Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I think this fella, Kobbie Mainoo, could have a busy time here.
Chance for a shot! Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Matheus Cunha. There's the shot! Goal! Manchester United!
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Goal for Manchester United. After 1 minute is number 19, Brian Mbeumo.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. It's run loose here. Ahmad. That'll be a throw-in. Mainoo. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. That's tidy. Caicedo. That's an imaginative pass. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Can he finish? Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Yoro. Bruno Fernandes. Moved on forwards. And that is... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Casemiro. And it's played forward. Chalobah. Caicedo. James. Chalobah. Played back to the goalkeeper. James. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Cucurella, gently done. Diogo Dalot getting this one clear. Chance to deliver. And he's there to clear it. Can he spark a counter here? Diogo Dalot, forwards and with intent. Ahmad. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that has been cleared. João Pedro. Palmer. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. Hit into the middle. Diogo Dalot attempts a clearance. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Pedro Neto. Shaw. Casemiro. Shaw. Yoro. Shaw. Maguire. Shaw. That's really well manoeuvred. Ball's played through. Corner. And here's Casemiro. It's Casemiro! There was plenty of power on that. Maguire, gently done. Casemiro. Ahmad. Now it's Ahmad. Time to deliver. Chooses to go back. He's having a shot! Palmer. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Manchester United. Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Caicedo. Clipped into space. Oh, they could be caught out here. He is through here. Oh, it's played into the area. And that has gone horribly wrong. Colwell. Chalobah shifted upfield. João Pedro. Maguire, aim forwards. So what can they make of this? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Great chance! They've scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
Goal for Manchester United. After 14 minutes is number 19, Brian McBraymo.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Casemiro. Ahmad. Colwill wins the duel this time. João Pedro, and he welcomes it in. Pedro Neto. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And back to the goalkeeper. Oh, red, nice interception. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Palmer. Real chance here. He's still got it. Shapes to shoot. Potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Oh, what a chance. And after doing all the hard work as well, he'll be kicking himself here.
Tries to get it clear. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Up he goes! He will be livid with himself. Cucurella, gently done. Palmer, played out to the right. In by James. And it's played forward. Could move up a gear here. Oh, that's a nice ball. Colwill gets it away.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Moved on forwards. Shaw, done delicately. Can he latch on to this? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bruno Fernandes. Matheus Cunha. Casemiro. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And the counter is on. He can run onto that. No way through there. Yoro, forwards and with intent. Ahmad. Maguire. Casemiro. And that's really well manoeuvred. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Palmer. Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Searching passes played there. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Maguire shifted upfield. Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. And he's heaved it away.
Manchester United are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Now it's... Oh, shooting chance! Cucurella. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Pedro Neto. Out to the right. James. Tries a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
James, he'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro, gently done. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And that has been cleared. Casemiro. Menu. Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. Diogo Dalot looking to hit the byline here. That is a brilliant interception. Cucurella, and the keeper's got it again. Sanchez, long ball by the goalkeeper. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Matheus Cunha. Ahmad. Palmer forwards and with intent. Oh, good spread. James hangs one in. That has been knocked clear. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, what a shot at goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
To play, and it is a goal kick. Bruno Fernandes calmly anticipates. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Lobbed in behind, Diogo Dalot. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United have a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Diogo Dalot, played into the middle. Sanchez gets his gloves on it, nice and calm. And he's searching through. Bruno Fernandes. Menu. And it's Dalot. Bruno Fernandes. Mathias Cunha!
Matheus Cunha usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can though.
Fernandes. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Bruno Fernandes. Shaw. Mathias Cunha. Cucurella. Palmer. James. Tries a deft little ball. Can he get onto this? And he has been fouled there. Oh, what a climb! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Aim forwards. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Matheus Cunha really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. That's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Neto. Ahmad. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen? And the finish! Caicedo. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Moved on forwards. And it's played forward. Casemiro, aim forwards. James, and he goes cross-field. Oh, a delicate chip through. And the keeper has it. Cucurella. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto is fouled. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. A bit special. We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Shaw, gently done. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Fernandes. Menu. Ahmad. Bruno Fernandes. Just 5 minutes left until the break. And it's Menu. Menu played out towards the right wing. Shot, surely! It goes to show he is human after all.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Maguire. Bruno Fernandes. Out to the right. Played in by Dalot. He's cut it out. Fernandes. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. Yoro. Bruno Fernandes. Palmer, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Out of play for a throw. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Caicedo goes hurtling down that left-hand side. And that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Yoro shifted upfield. Chalobah makes the interception. Caicedo. Cucurella. João Pedro. Menu. Nice physical challenge. And it's Palmer. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Do have a chance to counter here. And he's away. James. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. The referee's awarded a free kick. Menu gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Purring through the gears. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Casemiro. Menu. Ahmad tries to dink it through. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Menu. Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot making good progress on the right-hand side. And the whistle goes for half-time. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it?
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Pedro Neto. Palmer. Chalobah. James. Caicedo. Colwell. Cucurella. And it's Palmer. Great defending, strong and determined. Palmer unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Decent chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Played towards the other side. Cucurella. That's a cute ball. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Menu. Yoro forwards and with intent. Diogo Dalot. Pedro Neto. Ahmad. Menu. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's come loose! Caicedo with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Substitution for Chelsea. Number 7, Pedro Neto. Coming onto the pitch.
Menu has been caught there, it's a foul. Palmer getting this one clear. Diogo Dalot. Menu. Bruno Fernandes. Muscular approach does pay off here. Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha! Same again, same outcome.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
The cross comes in. Chalobah is there and he can get that clear. He's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. A finish right from the top draw. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Goal for Manchester United. After 50 minutes is number 8, Bruno Fernandes.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Caicedo. Cucurella. Now he's got space here. Bino Gittins. Oh, smashing him! He scored! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Goal for Chelsea. The building of
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Maguire, nicely aimed pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Pedro. Now then, the ball's come loose. And that's really well manoeuvred. Probing pass. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
James.
Diogo Dalot.
Menu. Yoro. Casemiro. Menu. And it's played forward. Bino Gittins. Cucurella. Colwell. Cucurella. Colwell. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Maguire.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And he cuts out the supply. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Ahmad. He's away! Bino Gittins. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Colwell. Colwell chooses to go cross-field. And it's Caicedo. Now it's Pedro. Is there any support? Real chance! Well, that looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. He's gone for it! And the ball's come loose here. That's a throw. Casemiro. Maguire. Oh, can he get onto this? James cuts it out. Chalobah. Now it's Pedro. Oh, good spread. Oh, nicely intercepted. Fernandes. James. And he's there to get it away. It's gone out for a throw-in. Palmer. Maguire can get it clear. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Chalobah.
Manchester United will think that now's the time to shut up shop. Just ensure you see this out without any more incident.
Manchester United have somehow to break through, though.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Palmer. Looking to break at pace. He's found the way, and he shoots! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Manchester United, well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Manchester United are down to 10 men. Tries to get it clear. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Bruno Fernandes shifted upfield. Caught offside that time. Shaw chips it through. Matheus Cunha. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, but it had to be. Cucurella. Cucurella, that's a delicate pass. Palmer. Fernandes. João Pedro. Short changes him with that pass. Diallo proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that.
Chance! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket anthem! About as smooth as it gets. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
66 minutes is.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Manchester United take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Caicedo. And it's Palmer. Palmer spread out to the left. Climbs up big! Couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Palmer, aim forwards. Caicedo. Dino Gittins! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Yoro, forwards and with intent. Pass just lacking in accuracy. James, gently done. Maguire. João Pedro. James, have it back and can go again. Moved on forwards. Matheus Cunha. Chalobah. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Colwill gets across to intercept that. Caicedo. And it's played forward. Diogo Dalot shifted upfield. And claimed it back swiftly. Yoro. Yoro, gently done. And it's Fernandes. James. Proves too strong. Yoro. Yoro, forwards and with intent. And here's Ahmad. He's got away. Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Colwill, he's played it long. Has a quick glance. Oh, and he's asking too much with that. Well timed, excellent interception. Matheus Cunha. Shaw. João Pedro. Palmer. Colwill. Cucurella. Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, perfectly measured that. And that has been clubbed away. Great work on the overlap. Caicedo. James. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Throw it. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Bruno Fernandes. Yoro. Oh, good-looking ball. Chalobah. Bruno Fernandes. Diallo has created one goal already. Diogo Dalot gets a foot in here. Yoro. That's really well manoeuvred. Chalobah. Fernandes. James played over towards the opposite flank. Cucurella going full tilt down the left. And it's Caicedo. Deftly away. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh, he's found support out wide. Matheus Cunha. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Cucurella. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Now it's João Pedro. Yoro. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro aim forwards. Colwill. Shaw. Maguire. Yoro, gently done. James has found the net here, of course. Bruno Fernandes concedes a free kick for that. Here it is, crossed in. And he's there to clear it. Can he deliver? Oh, sweet feet. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. James. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. Diallo was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Fernandes looks to the other side. Thinks one through. Yoro with the clearance. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's played forward. Now that's well seen too. Bino Gittins. Caicedo, and it's lofted, and the shot! He has done it!
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Substitution for Chelsea.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
That's really well manoeuvred. Matheus Cunha.
Manchester United can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
James, played into space.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Euro. Oh, can he get onto this? Could be danger here.
Manchester United nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. Caicedo. Bino Gittins. That's a good foot in there.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Now who's going to be first to this? And a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
João Pedro clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Ahmad. Diogo Dalot. Now that's well done, really robust. And it's Dalot. Bruno Fernandes. Matheus Cunha.
Manchester United really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
James. Cucurella.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time.
Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes does really well to win the ball there. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Casemiro. Forward it goes. Fernandes. Caicedo. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. He has found the way through. Bino Gittins. João Pedro. That has been cut short. Oh, they could break here. Ahmad. Sanchez claims comfortably. Colwell. Lavia. Caicedo. And it's James. A heavy challenge. Shaw forwards and with it face to face with the keeper. And that will be the final act. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Your reflections then, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations, and I think with confidence